I'm Bret Waters. I've been in Silicon Valley my entire life, immersed in the world of entrepreneurship, innovation, and venture capital. I've been a startup founder several times. I've been a tech CEO, an investor, an academic. Today, my main focus is helping other entrepreneurs to thrive and succeed. I teach entrepreneurship at Stanford University. I coach startup CEOs at Miller Center for Social Entrepreneurship, and I run the Fourthly Startup Accelerator. I believe in the power of entrepreneurship to solve problems and create opportunity. And here's the thing. For most of my career, the startup world was centered in Silicon Valley. If you wanted to found a startup and you wanted to raise some venture capital, you pretty much had to be here in Silicon Valley. But it's different today. There's profound startup activity going on all over the world right now. And it's not that Silicon Valley is in decline. It's that Silicon Valley has spread to Austin, Berlin, London, Tel Aviv, Sydney, Florianopolis, and other places all over the planet. It's a whole different world today. In fact, I think that the democratization of entrepreneurship is one of the most important trends of the 21st century. Anyone can found a startup today. Never before has access to knowledge, access to markets, and access to capital been as widespread as it is today. I'm fascinated by all of this, and so I'm launching this podcast, a podcast about the global world of startups. Sometimes we'll have Silicon Valley guests on for conversation. Sometimes it will be startup founders in other parts of the world. We'll even have some startup attorneys on to talk about the legal nuts and bolts of creating a startup. Sometimes I'll rant about my own experiences as a startup founder, and sometimes we'll ponder the big global opportunities for startups today. We'll also spend some time looking at the rise of mission-driven ventures and social enterprises. There's some amazing examples all over the world right now of entrepreneurs who are launching ventures with the intention of creating positive social impact. And we'll have some fun on this podcast and hopefully have some laughs. The World Economic Forum says that we're now entering the fourth industrial revolution. The first industrial revolution was around London, driven by the steam engine and the cotton gin. The second was mass production and electricity, centered around Detroit and other places of mass production. The third industrial revolution was IT, computers, the internet, very much centered in Silicon Valley. But now we're entering the fourth industrial revolution, representing the merging of the digital, the biological, and the cognitive. And what makes this one different from the previous three is that it's not happening in one place. It's happening all over the world today. And so this podcast is called Fourthly, because the fourth industrial revolution is unlike any previous time in the history of innovation and entrepreneurship. Join me as we discuss all of this. It's going to be fun.